I'm sorry for that. So I'm going to resume. So you're going to say, I was talking about downloading the softwares. So basically you go to the I want to tab, then you'd go to download center. From the download center, you would go to softwares. So from the app side, you can select, you can see the links for the various applications. Just click on the link and you'll get the software. For the tools, we have a toolbox location at the tools tab, download center tools tab. You'd get the maintenance tool. So for Smart PSS, you can search for it. And then you will download it from the dahua wiki because that's the straight direct link that you'll get. So you can select the platform that you want to get there based on your operating system. So the capabilities of Smart PSS include managing intercom, cameras. You can add cameras, you can add NVR, you can do a video wall, and you can manage PTZ devices. So it supports up to 64 devices with a maximum of 256 channels. The views for Smart PSS is limited to 64. It's just basically Smart PSS is used for a small sized organization. So for from a medium size to a large organization, you can work with DSS Express or DSS Pro. So the number of views supported for Smart PSS are 64. That is those small screens that you see at the views. It's 64. The number of screens. So you can create 64 screens 4 times only, like in one tab, second tab, up to 4. So maybe for illustration. So the number of screens that I'm talking about is this live views, the number of live views. It's supposed up to maximum of 4. So if you add it, you can only reach up to 4 views maximum. Past that, you can't do anymore. So if you try, it will keep returning you to the first view. Okay, and the number of windows is here up to 64. So you can see the maximum that it can go is 64, 8 times 8. So also about the users, maximum is 50. The users include those people who can manage the devices in that Smart PSS or login. It supports only up to 50 users. Let me just dive into a little bit about config tool. So config tool is free. You have the option of downloading config tool from our website, or optionally download the toolbox and you can access the config tool from it. So config tool is used for managing cameras. You can do device configuration. You also have the option of handling system settings like time, doing an upgrade on the system. and everything. So basically for config tool to be able to locate your device, you would just ensure that you are in the same network or local segment. Then you do just a search settings. In case you have another network segment that you would need to search, you would enable this checkbox and do the specified segment that you want to get the devices from. For upgrade of devices, config tool, you just go to the device upgrade. It's a simple device upgrade. While doing an upgrade, ensure that the password here is set for the device that you want to upgrade. So for my case, maybe I would input the password for the devices that are at the bottom here, that are from the search results. Then select the file that I need to update from. So maybe for this NVR, you just click on that file icon. Go to navigate to where your firmware is located. After navigating, ensure that the extracted files, you select only the large file. You see, for my case, maybe, but this one is not the version for that NVR. So you select this big file that has the version in it, and it should have the .bin extension file as the name. After that, just click the upgrade icon. So for smart PSS can upgrade most of our devices, if not all. So you can do upgrade from smart PSS. Other devices require an upgrade from using serial. That is what we from the office can only do, and maybe from a part of our distributors. We also have an option for configuration. So smart PSS can do configuration on only limited devices like video intercom. It can do configuration on video intercom web models like VTH. It can do configuration for VTO. You can also do configuration for access control, but the configurations are very limited. For example, you can't do a configuration on camera from a config tool. It's only limited. You can do it on web or from the NVR. Oh, sorry, you can see you can do it from this side. So you can also manage most of the devices from config tool, from cameras to access control and intercom very well. Also, maybe if you have a lot of devices, you can do an application. You can apply configuration settings to all devices. You maybe can configure one device, set it as a template for configuration, then apply that specified settings to all of your devices for uniformity or anything that you'd want to apply to most of your cameras or any of the devices. About the system settings that the config tool can do includes doing time settings. You can select the time zone for your devices. This is very handy while doing access control systems. So you ensure that time is synced well with your for your devices for accuracy and accountability purposes. You can do reboot for the devices. So you can do manually reboot. You can restore the device to factory. So while restoring device to factory, you ensure that the password here set is the correct one. That is for resetting the devices. Apart from that, you can do batch configuration or password reset. So to go about password reset in config tool, basically you'd select the device that you want to do a password reset. Sorry, here. You will select the device that you want to do a password reset. You can check with this. So to reset with the config tool, you just click the reset button. It will export a file. After exporting a file, you send the exported file to the email that is provided. So the email for exporting the file in for reset is provided. It's on NVR. You can check from the maybe NVR. There's a specified email for that reset. I think basically we have covered a bit much of config tool, but it's basic. So these other settings are not pretty much important. It's less likely that you'll interact with them. Okay, so basically, let me just take a small walkthrough through smart PSS. So we have different versions of smart PSS. To check your version, you can just go to this icon, just check about. You'd see the version of smart PSS that you are running. So it's good to ensure that you have your devices are up to date for cases for bug fixing or improvement on the devices. So there are two versions of smart PSS. We have smart PSS, normal smart PSS, and smart PSS AC. So smart PSS AC is specified for access control and time attendance only. So for those who attended our last training, we did access control, time attendance using access control and smart PSS AC. So AC is only limited to doing access solution and attendance solution. I'm trying to share. So you can see smart PSS AC is limited to do access control and time attendance only. While smart PSS can do more than smart PSS AC. Okay. So smart PSS, the interface for smart PSS is, as you can see, we have live view. This is for viewing the videos from cameras. We have access. Access is for handling access controls and personnel management. Doing access control, basically use this one. We have video wall. Video wall supports the NVDs, the decoders, and M70 servers. So you can configure your video wall devices using this option. The event tab enables you to check alarm information from devices. So if you have set maybe about trip zone, you have linked alarms to your smart PSS. So this is the event tab that you would interact with. The attendance, the same way the smart PSS AC provides attendance solution, we have attendance here for smart PSS, for the smart PSS version 2. So attendance tab is used for doing attendance solution that the company provides. The playback is used for getting the records of information. You can do a playback the same way. Playback, the definition is the same. Also, people counting. So for people counting, you would typically have a camera that supports people counting, and the people counting software you can use with smart PSS is this one. So the people counting software provides analytics. It's a very good option using smart PSS while doing maybe creating that those good presentations about maybe statistics. So it gives you charts, and you have quite a lot of customization while handling the output to the people counting. We'll do a dive deeper on the same later, but now just a walkthrough on the same.
Hi, my friend. You sent me this radio. You want this machine, or what can I help you?
Okay, and for heat map, this also requires a camera that supports this doing heat map. We have a log. The log tab is you can get the events that happened in the smart PSS. Those may be logins or what activities that users did to interact with the smart PSS. At the configuration tabs, you can do for device tab is used to adding the device. Just basically you can do auto search, then add the devices that you need to be imported into smart PSS. So the device config tab, the same way that you do system settings in like in config tool, do system time settings, doing upgrade network settings in config tool. It's the same way that you'll do configuration in smart PSS. So while doing smart PSS is it's basically like a platform to manage the device and add the device to the system, while config tool only does configuration for the devices. So there is the event configuration. So these two, event and event configuration, you configure events from events config, then output from the event configuration. The PC NVR. PC NVR enables you to set your computer as a recording machine. You can record the information for the cameras into your computer. So basically your computer acts like an NVR, and you can even have cameras and only computer in your system. So the users tab is used to manage the users, give rights to users. You can create groups, check the roles that the users can do. Maybe you only want some users to be able to only view. You can select the option there. You limit the rights for the users. Okay, so basically, that's the walkthrough for dahua softwares, and all this can be found in dahua security. Just need to go to I want to, then you go to download center. So from the download center, you can access our softwares and the tools that you would need in handling our devices. So if there's no question or any concern, I think we'll have to end our meeting. But, the videos will be available. I will send the links. So you just have to wait. There's something that we are handling on our side, but the videos will be available to the public domain. So all our previous training that we've done, access control, video intercoms, all of them will be available online for you to check. So if there's no question or any concern, I would like to thank those who have joined us today. So we'll meet again next week for the same. So can end the meeting.